Hey all, welcome to Real Little Britain. Folks, tonight I've got a beer from Mr. Kyle Townsend, a friend of Facebook, and he sent me his beer from Dark Beer Brewery, okay, Chelmsford, Essex. Now, it's his 1850 and it's a stout porter. Now, this beer is based on an old 1850 recipe and it was described then as stout porter. It comes in at 6% ABV. It comes in this um, plastic bottle, which is fine because I've had some real cracking beers, and actually it's the safest way to send them in the post. So Kyle Townsend, thank you very much. Really looking forward to trying this. Let's get this bad boy open and straight into the glass. So I did chill this beer a little bit. So the beer is opened with a light hiss, and Kyle was saying about pouring it, kind of try and pour it a bit from a height just to let the head develop. So there we go. So the beer itself is poured this deep mahogany brown colour. Okay. The beer's got a lovely two-finger head, tightly packed bubbles. That looks absolutely fantastic, folks. And that is practically jet black, but it does have that big, deep mahogany brown notes to it. So let's go straight in with the nose. Okay, the first thing you pick up is quite a lot of roasted malts. There's coffee there as well. There's milk chocolate. There's a light aluminium smell in the background. This actually reminds me of Cooper's Stout. Now, not the homebrew, but Cooper's itself did their own stout. And I remember it was in the UK, going back about 6 years ago, in bottles. That's what it smells like. You're also getting some oats. Folks, I'm going straight in. Cheers. Oh. Okay. Folks, the first thing you get is this massive charred, overly roasted grain. You get wheat, which is leaving this oiliness in the inside of the palate. You're getting big, deep, nutty notes, very much like toasted pine nuts. It's woody, it's earthy, it's very oaky. When I say over roasted malts, I mean it leaves this wonderful, deep bitterness you get from when sometimes brewing grains are overcharred. There's a little bit of milk chocolate. There is quite a deep, earthy hoppiness starting to form as well. I wouldn't be surprised if the hops used were possibly East Kent Goldens and maybe some Magnum hops. The body of the beer, folks, for 6% is absolutely outstanding. The carbonation is actually spot on. You don't want it any higher than this, because I think in a stout then it starts to destroy beers. As you can see, the head retention's there, the lacing on the glass is there too. You're starting to pick up, and it's very light, oats, and it's kind of leaving a creaminess. But this beer is all about the deepness of them roasted malts. And actually, the bitterness is now starting to kind of take over everything else, and it's becoming dry. This is very much like a dry Irish stout. I'm actually very impressed. You don't get the 6% ABV. Drinking it, it seems to be around the 4.5–5% mark. So it actually masks the ABV very well. So what's the finish like? The finish is big. it's roasted, it's overly roasted with a very, very light milk chocolate and creaminess of oats, which leads to this really, really intense, dry, bitter finish, very much like an Irish stout. Folks, at the very, very beginning, I made a comparison. I said it smelt like Cooper's original stout, and I had it in bottles quite a few times a few years ago, and it was really, really good. And then I brewed it as a homebrew using their kits, and it was completely different. This is like the original Cooper Stout, all the way from Australia. It's got everything about it. Obviously, the ABV is higher. This is a very, very good beer. So, Kyle Townsend, what do I give you? Mate, you know, the Dark Beer Brewery. This to me, it's a 7 out of 10. It's a 7 out of 10. The only thing I would turn around and say is I think on the back end it is just too bitter. Maybe that is you're using too much roasted barley, or you've put in quite a lot of Cara 3. But overall, this is the first beer I've tried. I use 7 out of 10. Stout, absolutely fantastic. It's you know, for me as an Irishman, it's one of them beers I love brewing, and actually it's very, very hard to get a stout spot on. This is up there, folks. This is up there. That's Real Ale Britain doing a review on Dark Beer Brewery's 1850 Stout Porter by Mr. Kyle Townsend. Cheers for sending it, and Slamacara.